Hi, my name is Sylvie. I am a certified health coach and fitness trainer. I help women look great and feel great through fasting and exercise. In today's video, we are going to talk about intermittent fasting and alcohol. You may be wondering, will alcohol slow down my progress or does it improve my metabolic health? And after going over this information, I'm going to give you a few tips to help you consume alcohol the best way possible if you choose to do so. Most people who get started with intermittent fasting do so because they want to lose weight. You tend to reduce your calorie consumption naturally when you practice intermittent fasting. And so the issue with alcohol is that it contains calories, and it contains a lot of calories. 1 gram of alcohol contains 7 calories. And just to give you a point of reference, protein and carbs contain 4 calories per gram, and fat contains 9 calories per gram. When you look at the different beverages that you can consume, as you can see on this chart, alcohol can really increase your calorie intake depending on how many drinks you consume. And you tend to not really realize it because it's not filling. And on top of that, you may find that when you consume alcohol, you want to eat more. Your cravings might increase. Your appetite might increase. I know that I noticed that for myself sometimes. And not only that, as you know, since alcohol reduces your inhibitions and your ability to make a wise decision, you may also start eating junk food and not caring as much about what you put in your mouth. So that really is something that you need to be aware of. And also, alcohol is a source of energy in and of itself. And when you drink alcohol, your body will use the alcohol as a source of energy. So it won't be using up your glycogen, it won't be using up your fat cells. So alcohol will stop the benefits of your fast, like autophagy, ketone production, and decreased inflammation. So after hearing all this, you may be thinking it's better not to drink. And certainly that may be the right choice for you. However, there is a possibility that alcohol actually improves your metabolic health in some ways. Some studies seem to show that there is a U-shaped relationship between how much alcohol people consume and how healthy they are and their longevity. And what that means is that people who don't drink at all and people who drink the most have the highest risk of metabolic disease. And just in case you didn't know, metabolic diseases include diabetes, obesity, high blood pressure, strokes, heart disease. Red wine and beer seem to have the most metabolic benefits. Red wine in particular has some compounds that seem to come from the red grapes because grape juice also has these benefits. But as you look at these studies that seem to point to a better metabolic health for those who consume alcohol, just keep in mind that there may be some confounding factors. Like, for example, people who abstain from alcohol may have been people that have abused alcohol in the past and had already suffered the consequences of their poor choices. So it's not completely clear, but it's a definite possibility. I mean, you've heard of the French paradox, right? Like French people eating high-fat foods and a lot of carbs and breads and cheeses, yet being very slim and healthy. And some people think that the fact that they consume wine in moderation may be a factor. So if you do decide to consume alcohol in moderation, how should you go about it? How much and how often should you drink? Well, when we mean in moderation, that's less than 3 glasses of wine or 3 alcoholic drinks a day. Also, it's a good idea to drink your alcohol with a meal that contains protein, and also to drink further away from your fasting period, preferably on non-fasting days if there are days that you don't fast. Because as I mentioned, alcohol will reduce the health benefits that come with intermittent fasting. So if you're not fasting anyway, it makes sense to drink on those days. And what alcohol should you drink? Well, you should drink the cleanest forms of alcohol possible, like pure spirits like whiskey and vodka, or wine and beer. As I mentioned already, these seem to have the most metabolic benefits, so it would make sense to drink mostly these beverages. Do not drink sugar-filled mixed drinks. That is obviously a bad choice. I have a whole blog post to help you find great keto-friendly wines, and I will link that in the description if you want to look it up, because all dry wines are a great choice for those who are keto. They are very low in carbs, and you can find them usually locally or online. And in that blog post, I give you all the information you need to choose the best ones. And what about breaking your fast with alcohol? Well, I thought this is a question that came up when I was doing my research, but it seems pretty obvious that it's a bad idea. You need to break your fast with healthy, nutrient-dense foods and not with alcohol. So that's about it. It's pretty simple and straightforward. It really comes down to listening to your body, uh, using common sense, and doing things in moderation. It's great to enjoy life, have fun, have a drink here and there, or enjoy a great tasting glass of wine with your meal. There's no problem with that. But if you find that when you drink, you make poor decisions and you eat poorly, and you don't feel good after, it's probably best to abstain. So it's just a decision that you'll have to make for yourself, and I hope these guidelines were useful to help you do just that. Thank you for watching. See you next time.